Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to Kenny's Movie Palace for the new Charlie Chan review. And this is a new era of Chan. 1938, Chan in Honolulu, starring Sidney Toler. Sidney Toler took over for Warner Oland after he passed away shortly after filming the last Chan movie that he did in 1937 called Charlie Chan in Monte Carlo. And this Sidney Toler picks up right after. Toler was a well-known stage actor and very big in the silent era, and developed a really strong reputation in Hollywood. And this one is from 1938. It's an hour and 7 minutes, and this is his introduction as the Charlie Chan character. I will hold this up while I read the synopsis. Charlie is distracted with the birth of his first grandchild. Son Jimmy impersonates him as his father in order to investigate a murder on a freighter in a harbor. Victor Sen Yung, I apologize if I screwed that up. He plays Jimmy Chan. He's the one that I'm used to as Charlie's young protege. Toler brought a sharper quality to the Chan, a little bit softer role, where he was where Oland was very warm and greeting. Charlie was very Sidney Toler was very forceful. Toler did 11 Chan films, and Castle and Desert was also a Chan movie. But what happened was Fox got tired of diminishing reviews. Basically, the Chan franchise had started to wear out its welcome. And what happened was Toler went to the Fox executives and basically bought the Charlie Chan franchise. Although they don't discuss how much it was, barely. It was a paltry sum, basically. And what happened was Toler took 60% of the franchise from Fox, where Fox kept 40 for percentage of the gate and stuff like that. But Toler, near his death, owned the franchise, and he took it to Monogram Pictures, where they made 11 more Charlie Chan movies on Monogram. By the age of 1947, he passed away of cancer, sadly. So when he was doing this, he was in his 40s, although he looks much, much older in this. More information. We do get a explanation for where Key Luke is. They mention in the first 5 minutes around the dinner table with all the Chan members that number one son has gone to academy. So they say that so Key Luke is gone from the franchise. There is also a little homage to Warner Oland in this film. In the first 5 minutes of the movie, when they're leaving the dinner table with all the Chans, and they're just basically going to the hospital for Charlie and Mrs. Chan's first grandchild to be born. As they pass the living room, you'll see a picture of Charlie, and it was Warner Oland. So I thought that was kind of cool that they paid tribute to Warner Oland as Chan. We also get number two son, little short chubby guy, kid that was in the Monte Carlo, and he basically is a little more comedy for the character for the movie. I noticed in the Warner Oland movie, the Warner Oland Chans, there wasn't as much comedy as there had been in this Sidney Toler. And when I did some digging, Fox thought since the Abbott and Costello movies and the Bowery Boys movies had more comedy, that they could integrate more comedy into their movies for the mystery. Also, Eddie Collins is in here, and he plays one of the shipmates, and he was a very famous comedy vaudeville actor in the 20s and 30s, and he shows up in the next two Chan movies. The Honolulu, where he's basically like a shop steward. He basically plays like the Rochester role that you'll see like in the later Tolar years, like as the comic relief, although he is a white guy. And in Chan in Reno, the next one that I will be doing, he plays a cab driver that escorts Charlie all around. But I really like this. This was a strong introduction for Sidney Toler as Charlie Chan, and I gave this 4 out of 5. Like I said, there was more comedy in this Chan than there was with the other one, and Number One Son has a lot of stuff going on, but this is another solid movie. And you can check this out on Tubi and YouTube if you don't have a copy like I do. And the special features on here, it just basically gives you, I'll put it up there, basically an introduction to Sidney Toler. They go into his deep. Apparently, his mother was a popular children's writer, and where he grew up in Kansas City, he is not Asian also. Where he grew up in Kansas City, Broadway was taking off in St. Louis and Kansas City, Missouri, and basically they had a sort of like a Broadway place, and it was called the Oland Barn. And basically, if it was the popular play in town, it was basically held by his parents. Him and his dad basically ran that city with all the Broadway plays and stuff that came through. But check this one out. I don't believe this one is on the public domain classics, but check around. You'll find a good on YouTube. You'll find a good copy of this if you don't own a copy. So that's it. I will be back for another review. Like, comment, subscribe. Are you enjoying my deep dive into Charlie Chan? I hope you are, because I'm really enjoying doing this series. Okay, guys, have a great day. Be nice to each other, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye-bye.